All right, on to different types of graphs. I'm going to explain 4 different kinds. First one is the absolute graph. This is what it looks like. If you just have the absolute value of x, no matter what value for x you put in, it's going to be, the graph's going to look like this. It might be a bit narrower or a bit wider or look a bit different, but it's going to look like this. It's going to be a little pointy mountaintop. Now, if you want to move it to this side, if you want to move it to the right, inside the absolute value, you need to subtract the number that you want to move it to the right. Masalan, if you want to move it 3 units to the right, you subtract -3 on the inside of the absolute. If you want to move it to the left, you need to add 3. If you want to move it up, on the outside of the absolute, you add however many units you want to move it up. And if you want to move it down, you subtract however many units you want to move down, just like I did here. Now, if you want to flip it from this, or if you want to flip it from looking like this to looking like this, you need to add a minus on the outside of the absolute. Now, parabola. It's a curve like this, right? Just like a U shape. And the same rules apply to it as this. If you want to move it to the right or to the left, you add or subtract within the power 2. And if you want to move it up or down, you add or subtract outside of the power 2. And if you want to flip the way it's facing, of course, you change the sign of the outside. Radical, this one barely worked in, but it goes up, and of course the same rules apply to it as the parabolic and the absolute value one. Now a hyperbola is 1 over x, or a over x. If the number above x is if it's positive, number above x is positive, the graph looks like this. Number above x is negative, it looks like this. You just flip the locations. Now, the asymptote is, the horizontal asymptote is, so you see how it doesn't quite touch the y-axis here? The y-axis in this case is the horizontal asymptote. If you were to move it over to the side and make it here, like 1 unit over to the side, then the horizontal asymptote would be the vertical asymptote, the vertical asymptote, which is up and down, would be, so back to what I was saying, the y-axis is the vertical asymptote because it goes up and down, the x-axis is horizontal. So if you were to move all this over 1 unit, so 1 over x minus 1, if you're to move it one unit to the right, the vertical asymptote, so what it doesn't quite touch, would be 1, x equals 1. The same thing for the horizontal asymptote. Now the table of variations of a hyperbola looks something like this. The vertical asymptote, whatever value of x is the asymptote, that goes up here, and there's a bar that says it doesn't touch it, and then it goes from asymptote to infinity or negative infinity. It goes from asymptote to negative infinity or infinity to negative asymptote based off of if the a is positive or negative.